crazy. You just gonna do that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But he thought he was gonna keep talking. Fuck is he talking about?
The betrayal.
The betrayal. The betrayal, yeah. The betrayal. Hey, the betrayal, yeah. Niggas get betrayed. Why you listen, KTL, man?
I don't know.
Betrayal, nigga.
Betrayal, nigga. Everybody
betrayal.
getting betrayed.
That's what he did. He betrayed KTL. KTL, you have been betrayed by Black Roots.
Hey, you somebody. Pull up, nigga. Don't say my daughter name either.
Oh
What?
my god.
Yo,
Oh
this
my
guy's
god.
crazy. Like,
Too
what?
soon. Too soon. Too
Hey
soon.
man, what's good? We are back with another episode of the Real Rap Coalition podcast. And thank you for the ad-libs.
Nigga said thank you.
Thank you for the ad-libs. And today we came to bring y'all a review of this Secret Invasion series that we've been covering. Today we got episode 3, man. Before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Showtime Slim. Who else we got in the building? That's the rest of you niggas, bro.
That's crazy. This nigga back and still lost.
Wait, what?
Can y'all niggas introduce yourself or what?
Nigga, why you gotta go second? Holy shit. All right,
We
man.
go in the order of.
Oh my god. All right,
Anybody
fine.
can say something. Anybody.
Hold on. I got it. This nigga, bro.
This
All right,
nigga
yo,
still
you
ain't-
Let's go
already
ahead and
know.
introduce
Hey,
ourselves. Nobody, nigga.
Hey,
Nobody
you
here
already
but
know what
me,
it is,
nigga.
man. You already know what it is.
They don't know what it
No,
is.
we
You feel me?
don't.
Tell
We
them.
back. Nah. They know now, nigga. We got a full house today. You
They
feel
know
me?
now.
F-dub in this bitch. You already know what it is. Episode 3,
F-dub,
Secret
man.
Invasion, man.
Let's go.
Who else
We
is here?
back.
Is
We back
anybody
in
else
this
here?
bitch, nigga.
Anybody else here is just us. Like,
The
Hey.
betrayal, nigga.
Hey,
I've been betrayed.
y'all betrayed the fuck out of me when I introduced y'all. Like, that's crazy.
Hey, nigga.
You ever got a butter knife through the hand, nigga?
Why you
Oh my
always
God.
Yeah, nigga. You ever got stabbed in your hand with a butter knife,
gotta
nigga?
get all close to the microphone?
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, it's Black Roots in this bitch.
You
man.
ever got
Why you gotta do that
knife
shit,
in your
bro?
hand, nigga? Put a knife through your hand, nigga. Nigga, you ever
Why
had
are you so aggressive at the beginning? You gonna scare off the fucking viewers. You're so aggressive. You ever got a knife? You ever been shot 5 times, nigga? Like what? Like what the fuck, Ruth? All right, man. Last person, man. Who else? Last but not least, man. You're not least.
Bob Celeste, don't betray me. Let's go.
Bob Salute. 'Cause he is
All
least.
right, man. Fuck. This nigga Ruth's gotta do this crazy ass shit every week, dog. Nigga, you fucking me up.
Nigga told you
All right,
to stay
Luno,
on your
man.
toes, man.
We're not gonna start this. I'll keep that gymnastic shit to yourself. I don't do yoga. I don't do none of that shit. You ain't gonna start this. Tell me about my toes, nigga. Hey,
I'm about to
Luno,
leave,
man,
nigga.
you wanna take the lead on this, man?
Yo, Secret Invasion, 3rd episode. Yo, the last episode that we had, episode 2, already was like pretty action packed. And this episode actually is less runtime. But you know what? Less runtime. It's the job of the show to deliver on action and pacing, as well as like new shit to kind of put a spin on things. And I think this episode did that pretty well. We're kind of getting closer to understanding the whole picture of what's just going on with the whole
This
war.
nigga wants to
how
laugh
this
so
shit's gonna
bad.
go. Man, nah, man, I'm good. This is serious shit we about to get into, man. This is serious.
facts,
All right?
nigga?
This shit is serious. All right. So we got to get into this episode here. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I mean, we could just go from the beginning scene if you want to, but I don't really know what y'all niggas thought about that shit.
Let's start with the parlay.
All right, so the episode pretty much starts with like
start
a
in the middle. That's
with
crazy.
like a
Ruth.
with like with like a flashback scene pretty much. We like last episode it was revealed that Nick Fury came home to a wife, but not just a regular wife. His wife is revealed to be a Skrull. You feel me? So
Grinch looking at
Fucking Skrull.
yeah. So like the beginning of the episode kind of picks up on that a little bit. It goes further into the background. You feel me? Like it kind of goes into like the first time he essentially fell in love with his wife and whatnot. Take it away, whoever else.
I'm gonna be honest,
shit.
and I hope they make sense of that, but I really don't feel like that shit was important.
Okay, so right. So that was Nick Fury, 1998, New York City. And so I feel like we saw I don't remember the exact years. I could go look, but I don't really want to.
When he made the agreement with the rest of the Skrulls from last
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
I'm thinking this is like a couple years after that.
Well,
I believe it was
wasn't
like
the
around
late
95 or something.
Yeah, wasn't
Something
it
like
late
that.
It was
90s?
95. It was 95, I think.
Yeah, and this is 98 right here. So this is a few years after Skrulls are already here. Obviously, he knows this Skrull because he came there looking for somebody, and she basically insinuated that it was her. And he's like, "This new face you got, this and that." So clearly, he knows who this Skrull is. They have some kind of previous connection. And there was some line of dialogue mentioned where he was saying like commanders can't date operatives and this and that, and she was saying our shit don't exist or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like there's no our unit. You're not my boss. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm finna smash them. Basically,
yeah, pretty much. But
she had an envelope on her though, right?
Yeah,
right.
And she was basically saying that this shit that she had would have had like some sort of some higher up would go crazy if they had like the contents of it and shit. But I don't know if they were like really specific about what that was.
Right. And also,
no, it was Dracov. You know who that is?
Who?
She said that the envelope would put Dracov's men on their heels, but I think
yeah.
I
don't know who that is, but I did hear that.
Okay, I see. So I don't know if that's a reference. I mean, let me look that shit up real quick.
Whoever it was she was talking about, yeah, she did say that in that scene. But while you're doing that, also they gave us the Gravik scene at the beginning too, where we kind of get to a better understanding of what Gravik's plot is. And we see him standing in front of the big machine. They talked about the big machine last week. And he tells us the plan that he finna get these guards to infiltrate. Actually, we see that, don't we? We see the three people, the three dudes. And they go to the Royal Navy little thing or whatever. Yeah, so we see that, and he calls in the council, I guess, or either they just pulled up, but either way, he's there talking to the council, and he tell them like, shit, nigga, we finna do more than just change appearances, nigga. We finna change powers too, man.
Yeah, it kind of changed the way I thought about the Super Skrull shit. Because before I thought it was just gonna be amplifying what they already had, but now it seems like it's almost close to like shape shifting. Like taking
you want to know what's crazy about that, Luno? That made me think about what we talked about last week when we saw all the different DNA, and we was like, what the fuck? They got the Groot DNA and the Frost Beast. That's what the fuck that is. Then he's taking these super powered DNAs, and I'm guessing they're gonna like. I don't know if it's combine it with theirs.
I'm sorry.
Or their,
Which part? Real quick.
Last week. Are you talking about last week, or are you talking about for this part?
What part are y'all talking about right now?
We talking about.
We're still at the beginning.
Gravik had brought in members of the council and shit. They came to the lab the Daltons are running the tests and shit in.
Right.
He's like, all right, y'all. So remember how I told you at the summit that I got a plan in case somebody tries to challenge us for the Earth. Well, we're not, I got this shit. We're going to be able to change our powers and shit like that. We're going to be Super Skrulls. He actually says it. Hey,
that's a good point too, Luno, that you said that, because last week they did say, I don't know if it was last week or the week before.
Last week, yeah. What happened with the Avengers come?
The Avengers, yeah. And like we kind of said, he has everything planned out. He got everything down to a T. So I said last week, I believe him. I believe he has something.
No, that nigga definitely followed up for real.
And it's great. So the reason why I asked what specific part, because there's actually more confirmation of that later on. But I'll when we get to that part, I'll expose that pause if necessary.
I mean, you could say it, but we're not really going in a particular order. I don't.
Okay, so in the parlay scene, so just to give context, niggas, what I be saying his name, is it Talos?
Talos.
So Talos.
They said it two different ways, so just say it how you want. Like Nick said it one way and he said it a different way.
All right, so Talos pulled up on Gravik and shit for them to have a motherfucking conversation and shit. They start talking about the painting and shit, and the nigga Gravik actually making sense. Every time he speaks, he tells us who he is and like how his brain operates, type shit. So they looking at the painting and whatnot, and Go past that, they go to the little diner or whatever, the little restaurant and shit where they sit down and have their little parlay and
This
shit.
scene was crazy.
All right, sorry. How did he say it? He said parlay.
That's what he said. Parlay. That's what he meant. Parlay. Because I think he's British, right?
Yeah, because I've only heard it parlay, and then
he's
said
not
it a different
British.
way.
He's fucking what they call it, Skrull.
Skrullian.
Skrullian.
We're gonna say
Yeah.
Skrullian. Yeah,
That's
So,
their accent sound like because this nigga Talos talk the same fucking way, but he's even worse. Like it's hard to understand what the fuck Talos be saying sometimes.
Yeah,
Talos,
I think
Talos,
I think
whatever
for
the
some
fuck.
reason a lot of these actors that they use for the show are British, yo. And like I guess they didn't want to reinvent the wheel, have them like understand the accent and execute. They just let them talk kind of.
I think that was
the area that
purposely.
they're in, so it makes sense for them to have that.
Yeah, I think that was on
that
purpose.
accent.
Yeah.
Also, just some background. The season or the show was all filmed in London, by the way. So just
yeah. All these scenes and stuff that we're seeing are like that museum there and shit.
They in there, you know, talking their shit or whatever, and that nigga Gravik fucking around and say goddamn Talos' daughter's name and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga jump up and go to grab his ass, and goddamn everybody jumped up.
That shit was
Everybody
crazy.
turned.
No,
into
that
Gravik.
shit
I
was
like,
insane.
oh,
That shit was crazy.
I'm like,
That shit
this
was
nigga
crazy.
got set up. This is not a
So-
parlay.
So something about what you just said right there, Roots. Me and Fireworks were talking a little bit before the show, and we kind of talked about, you know, how Talos has kind of been I'm gonna say his name differently because it's in my head now. They call them two different things, but it's like he has been portrayed as this soft, weak kind of guy, like for the first 2 episodes, even this episode. And so even if that is what you think of him, he has this one trigger, and it's always
That's
when
his
somebody
daughter.
mentions his daughter.
Yeah, that nigga does not play about his daughter at all.
Yeah,
Clearly,
regardless
based on
of
that
every
scene.
other thing, when it comes to his daughter, he does not play around with her.
Right. And so to further confirm that, so everybody jump up, turn into Gravik. He's like, oh shit, there's a bunch of Skrulls in here. Let me calm down. But he still, you know, got his head on the swivel a little bit, which I think that was cool. However, that's not the first time that I've seen like a meeting set up like that. One scene that sticks out in my mind is I think it's the second Sherlock Holmes where they do a similar thing where two people are set to meet in a place, and it turns out everybody who's like a part of the ambiance in there turns out to be on the side of the evil person. But this was a cool way to do it. But to fast forward, they talking their shit. Gravik say his daughter name again. That nigga ain't give a fuck. Picked up the butter knife, went straight through the nigga hand and shit. Started choking.
No,
his ass.
he didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't
the
just
first
say-
thing wasn't the knife thing though.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. The first time he jumped up, everybody turned into Gravik.
Everybody turned into no, but that's not regular, yo.
It's not regular at all.
No, not at all.
Okay,
But listen, bro,
this
it's
nigga
the
Talos fully believing that this was like neutral ground.
but that's not even the part for me. It's like it's the line of dialogue the nigga told the nigga, bro. He told him you should be grateful that I ain't sent her back to you in a body bag yet.
already.
Like, he's talking about this man's daughter.
Talking
to his
crazy.
face
He don't
like
like
that.
face,
You
yo.
lucky I didn't body her and send her back to you, nigga. Like
That's the thing, though. He thinks
crazy.
Talos is soft as shit because that's what he portrayed. But nigga say his daughter.
Oh,
name again.
he know Talos
nigga.
soft as shit. They know this nigga.
But
They know this nigga.
we know him type shit. Like,
Hey, listen, we don't really know Talos like this. If anybody know him, it's them Skrulls. He was
That's
their
true.
general. Like they know
And this dude Gravik was really cerebral about how he messed with this nigga's mind, son.
Facts.
He was saying that they got to do the honor meeting and shit, or some shit like that. Like they had to like do like a type of it's like a contest for Skrulls where they like do some shit.
it's
with
not
like knives
like
and
a
shit.
combat duel for the sake of honor or some shit.
And
like,
he hold that nigga right there because he the new general. Like he was like,
Yeah,
how would
He
they
really
live
called
the
that nigga
general?
out.
he was
He
like,
really
if the
called
why-
that
general
nigga out. I was
was
like, bro,
doing
what's
that
up? You
shit.
want to go ahead and fade about it?
he was like, nigga, what do you even do? Like, why would niggas want to follow you instead of me? Like, he was really talking to this nigga.
Really talking crazy to him, all in his face and his grill and shit.
Niggas
But
was
then-
talking crazy to this nigga the whole time because, matter of fact, no, I give him
Nick.
credit. No, I give
Even
him
Nick.
credit. He was on Nick ass. That
He
scene
did-
they
he
in the
was,
car,
he was.
He made that
so
nigga. He made that nigga Nick apologize, bro.
I forgot about that. He made Nick apologize first. First off, he made
Mhm.
this nigga beg down there.
Most definitely. Plus, when he was facing off with Gravik or whatever, it's not like Talos said nothing, yo. He did say that, look, man, like humans are real scary when they got a common enemy, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And that,
Facts.
and that, look, you out here orchestrating all this shit. You want to make humans go to war, bruh? I could just tell everybody that it's you behind that shit.
Then he flipped it.
Me and you type
Look,
shit.
he tried to flip it on Telos because we know how Telos feels about his people. He tried to flip it on him and be like, "So you gonna be responsible for the death of our people, like the extinction of our race type shit."
And that nigga said if it's gotta be that, then it's gonna be that.
That ain't what he said. He
That's
said
not
what
exactly
you said the first time.
What
What he said the first time is what you said the first time, Roots, about it's a difference between us and that's not infected and you fucked up Skrulls. Like people are gonna see the difference, which is not true. I will say that's not true. Although
when it comes to humans, I'm pretty sure they look at all of them the same.
Exactly, because there are differences in their character clearly. But when it comes to humans, like we know humans are gonna look at them like they all the fucking same. We know this.
And when it comes to the fight, it's gonna be shoot first and then don't ask questions. Say sorry later.
We're not giving them a chance, bro. Niggas is definitely shooting first, bro. It ain't gonna. I don't know if it's gonna help because they fucking shapeshifters. Like that's a cheat code. But
so exactly. You can just identify Gravik and he just takes his scroll form and doesn't show his face, or he just takes a different form.
To go back to this little experiment, this Super Skrulls shit that they're doing, right? So goddamn, Gravik say Talos' daughter's name again. That nigga jump up, put a knife through dude's hand, grabbed him around his neck, kind of started ringing his shit a little bit. Nigga started shaking him back and forth. He said, what he said, that the line was hard. Nigga said, till the end of time, keep my daughter's name out your mouth.
Out your mouth.
Some shit, exactly, son. That shit is fire, yo. I'm telling you, this nigga Talos is really just his daughter. That's the trigger, yo. He is a real nigga. He just,
which is why I know he about to turn up.
Not only that,
yeah, but we won't get into that.
Go ahead.
Not only that, but like when he did all that to Gravik, right? Like no one did a thing. You feel me? No one stopped this thing.
They ain't stand up again.
True.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be honest. Gravik don't look at him like a threat, and if those are other Skrulls, because they all did turn into him at one point. But if those are other Skrulls, they don't look at this nigga like a threat. Like I think most of the Skrulls, like at least 95% of the Skrulls, like they look at this nigga like a joke now. Yeah. Like, even the Ben dude that we saw later, like the guy named Ben, like he was talking crazy to this nigga. Like nigga, you, like we got the upper hand on you right now, Ben. Like.
Yeah, this might be a, like, I'm overreading into it, but humor me. Like, I think that they made it like purposely vague just how powerful our main cast of characters is. Like, I know that Nick Fury has the history of being like a dope ass nigga in Shield, and then to his current self, obviously he's taken down a bit, but he still has some skills. Talos is also a Skrull and shit, so you know he's powerful to an extent. We've seen him, you know what I'm saying? He used to be the general and shit like that. But at the end of the day, like Talos was saying that shit he was saying to Gravik on the premise that, oh, you're just a bunch of rebelling Skrulls. He has no clue about the Super Skrull plan.
Facts.
Which, to get back to that, so after he pulls his hand from like betwixt the knife and shit, the nigga
he didn't pull his hand from it. He ran the knife all the way through. Then it back.
So that part right there, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but in Iron Man 3, also to go back to what we were talking about all the strands of DNA that they had. That's actually the extremists. That's the little shit that they was working on in the red third shit. Iron Man, which made them be able to heal and shit. So he's already, if not a Super Skrull, he has some of those strands of DNA because I guess he's probably the guinea pig for this shit or whatever. So he already like one form away from his final perfect form, and we're gonna see this nigga do some even more extraordinary shit.
So one thing we've been saying this entire time is that we've been saying two things. One, we believe this is a redemption story for Nick and Talos. So obviously they're gonna get some redemption. They're gonna look fire at some point. Also, we've been saying like Gravik is different and he's calculated. He's got everything planned out to a T. Like they can't do anything with him. We've been saying that as well. And so, obviously, I think they're gonna have Nick and Talos win I don't know how, because Gravik is so,
Calculated.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be that power of love shit that we was talking about on the last episode for
What is that?
the last movie. The last movie that we watched when we watched Spiderhead and shit, and we was talking about how niggas was fading, and when dude seen his bitch about to die. Come on, bro. Like they done.
That can't be what they did.
I'm serious. I'm so serious. I'm guaranteeing that's what it's gonna be.
Let me tell you what I think.
They didn't raise my expectations enough to believe in a necessarily optimistic future. Like I think they could definitely just make the last episode of this whole bitch some type of wild ass cliffhanger and make us want another season.
I agree. I believe that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. I believe
this is made to be. This show is made to be the connection to Secret War. So that, like how it goes in the comics, it goes the Secret Invasion, and then that leads into the Secret War, which is the next.
If I'm just going off the fucking titles, nigga,
that being said,
that made me hyped for no reason.
That being said, I don't think there might be a possibility that Gravik might not, go out on this series. He might not.
I definitely if he don't like lose and like just come like they do that little thing where the main antagonist like lose and shit, but somehow he survived and he go off limping somewhere to kind of like recalibrate his plan or some shit. If it's not that, he definitely just gonna dead niggas and start taking over shit. And then
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That nigga up 3-0 right now. 3-0.
Yeah, let me say this, bro. Spoiler alert. If you hear this far, spoiler alert. Also like, subscribe, and comment. But Roots, we like. So spoiler, fucking Gaia, Talos' daughter, she was fucking killed at the end of the episode. Whatever episode it is when Talos finds out, I don't know.
That's
if
gonna be that,
find out
bro.
next
That's gonna be that power of love shit. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, if he finds out in episode 4, he gonna go crazy in episode 4 and wild on niggas. But there's still 2 more episodes after that. But whatever episode he find out, he's gonna go crazy on niggas.
But now
that's the only thing that had him going crazy this entire episode.
So after he met with Gravik, Gaia came to him and gave him the plans or whatever else. They gave him a cell phone and shit, right?
Fucking tripping,
bro. And then when he came out the building or whatever else, he saw her standing outside the building. Sus. Not to mention the night before, Gravik had a conversation with Gaia, or the day before rather, woke her up and said, "Yeah, so."
About the cops.
I'm wondering who the fuck was snitching. Really.
Right.
You really think he told? And she's like, yeah, he wasn't as loyal as you thought, and all this other shit. He's like, yeah, all right. Be up early tomorrow. Yeah.
You wouldn't really believe that shit.
So that conversation, and then him saying like the coordinations and shit for where the boat and the plane was gonna be at. Yeah. In front of her, and then
that was in my mind too.
It down, I was like,
that was in my
mind.
It was all
he did
planned,
that in front of her on purpose.
Yep.
Listen, I said to myself, whenever she I don't know what part it was. I think when she first had text something or whatever. I think it was when she was in the car. Like she might have been texting the car. I said to myself, the guy, you playing a dangerous fucking game.
Yo, for real.
A dangerous game.
That's like,
but to me,
that's like texting another bitch while your bitch in the car. Like
this just affirms just how ill that nigga is, though. Like this dude Gravik really said, "I'm gonna test her, yo. I'm gonna test her by randomly orchestrating a fucking
fake ass plan, nigga."
It was like a fake plan, but a real plan, because he actually said it like right before he popped their dumb ass. He said, "Yeah, the
plan would have been nice.
Plane would have been nice, but it was essential to find a mole, to find a betrayer."
Facts.
Yup, exactly.
And it's so fucking crazy how obviously she betrayed him. She did what she did. I figured she was gonna get caught in the process. He's there waiting for her while she's trying to escape. She leaves on her motorcycle trying to get out the fucking city or whatever the fuck they are. The compound.
Literally,
he's right there
like
waiting.
Deer in the headlights. Stupid ass.
Man. And then just smokes her without thinking, bro. Like we grab
she
in the middle of her monologue. Shit,
she want to talk.
Oh my god,
he ain't talking. He's not playing with you niggas.
Look, that's how I know. That's how I know they writing this nigga to be one of the coldest niggas, bro.
Roots.
Usually in those scenes, they at least they let niggas talk, bro. They get their little final line out. That bitch to the last
before people finna die, bro. In movies, anytime it's a villain, Like they let people say they last word. He
Gravik
smoked her
fuck.
mid sentence, boy.
He said, "I ain't
say,
trying to
"Turn
hear
around."
that." He said,
Bro,
"I ain't trying to hear all that."
she was saying some fire shit. Like, what type of leader do you want to be? Do you want to bop? Shut up, bitch. Like,
I'm
God
not
damn.
trying to hear all that shit.
Hey man, I'm telling you, this nigga's a top 2 villain or some shit. Or I don't even know,
In
but
just 3 episodes, man.
And it's just
3
based off his
episodes.
demeanor and how he's moving. It's not even he got these super amazing abilities or nothing. It's just who he is.
It's crazy. Like just last episode, or maybe the episode, like the first episode, I remember saying, like, I don't feel like this nigga did no super evil shit yet.
Nah.
This nigga went and had a parlay with goddamn Talos. Nigga got threatened by Talos about talking about his daughter. 30 minutes later, popped her dumb ass.
And I really feel like he's gonna send her body in a bag.
I feel like that's exactly what
he might. That would be cold as fuck.
She might
boy.
really do that shit, yo. They might have another mission and they go and investigate. They beat some nigga's ass, and then they look in the last room and she's just there on a table dead.
He said, "You should be grateful I ain't send her back to you in a body bag." Yeah, he just might send her back in a body bag next episode.
No, I believe it, bro. I believe it.
What's gonna piss me off is if they plot armor their way out of this shit. Because the way they did the scene, it was so abrupt. Right, and she in the middle of talking, catch a bullet to the chest.
Oh man,
but just the way that they framed it as he was driving off, it looked like she was about to pop back up.
Well, look, so here the thing though.
And wake back up.
Here the thing though, right? She got character developed already. She has a pretty deep story, and she has some goals as a character and shit. So if she does get plot armor through, I can kind of see why they're going for it. But otherwise,
I don't think
real savage if they killed her off in episode 3 after all the type of work and spotlight she got.
Let me say why I think.
Yeah,
she should.
go ahead, son.
My bad.
Go ahead, son. No, go ahead, son.
I think they should kill her because also she serves as like another motivation for Talos.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
If you really want him to go to where we want him to go to in this series, she got to be dead.
Yeah, it's a difference between somebody shot you over to dead.
He killed my daughter. You the one that killed her. Like that's what I want to see from Talos.
And I think that's what we gonna get. I think he gonna be like, because he been trying to save niggas this whole time. I feel like that shit gonna go out the window, man. Kill these niggas.
Like Talos really like, goddamn, bro. That nigga been through some shit, bro. Like. For real,
he definitely soft like they've been saying he is. They ain't just
been through some shit for real, man. Like just he lost his wife, lost his daughter. You feel me? And
they got killed by the same people.
Got in a war, lost a planet, lost his wife, his daughter ran off and fought for the other side.
His ranking as a leader.
His all respect that he had is gone. Like this,
all that shit might be his fault. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All that shit might be his fault. And you know who else's fault? Nick Fury's. Because he got all this damn trust in Nick Fury. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Look, if we domino effect, if we go all, it wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for Nick Fury and Captain Marvel. This is all their fault, man. And then Talos, you next. It's your fault. You gotta be a stronger leader, bro.
What would be super crazy is if he just say fuck all this shit and Nick keep talking crazy to him and he turn on Nick on some crazy shit. I know you won't, but I think that shit would be crazy if they do that shit.
Hey, Buddy was talking crazy to Nick in the car, and Nick Fury might be a fraud.
Nigga said we did that. We did that.
It definitely makes you look at Nick a little different, even comparing like everything that all the facts that Talos like started to mention and shit. Like
niggas don't talk crazy to Nick like that for real.
No,
like,
not at
all. Do it a little bit, but then
he got
security
checked.
guard got him up.
He got checked last episode. I'm not gonna hold you,
but I think it's like what Luna was saying about Nick. Like he was like, we know Nick to be like this guy that did this or whatever he said about him a little while ago. I'm thinking to myself, well, damn, from what Talos said, nigga, him and the Skrulls had a lot to do with Nick's success. Nick getting promoted and shit. He told him, boy, you was just a bench warmer in S.H.I.E.L.D. in a dumpy office when we got here.
Disrespectful.
That was crazy.
But fireworks, if it's true,
then it ain't disrespectful. Man, nigga.
Like it sounded like he was telling the truth.
Nigga said you was the water boy.
He said you ain't started ascending until Nick was like, yeah, I was ascending up the ranks, but he said you ain't started ascending until me and 19 of my people started being your invisible spy network. Nigga,
you was getting niggas coffee, nigga.
We was getting the dirt and the intel, nigga. You was getting promoted for it. Every terror attack, nigga, it was us. Every enemy, nigga, it was us. Every ally, it was he was talking crazy.
And then this dude Nick got
mad
sick, bro. He got sick. He said,
Nick,
"Bro,
what
when
did you
you're
do?
done bragging, when you're done bragging."
Hold up. The nigga Nick stomped on the brake in order to stop the car. Shit, he was like, "Why we stop, nigga?
We here,
we here." But if you wasn't so busy telling me what you did, don't try to flip this, Nick. Don't try to flip this shit, nigga.
Nah, nigga.
I heard what he said. So listen, I got a revelation now.
What's up?
The fucking creator of the Avengers is fucking Talos, nigga, not Nick Fury. He put this shit together, nigga.
Oh my god,
Nick, what did you do? All you did was promise him a home and didn't give it to him, bro. And,
shit,
Hey, I'm sorry, bro, but like I kind of agree with his wife too, yo.
Oh.
So basically, this motherfucker was gone and shit, got snapped by Thanos. She thought he's never coming back. He comes back and then just leaves again to go to space. Like Skrull or not, yo, you really did this bitch dirty as shit, son.
Damn,
Nick is really like this. I know this series is for him. It's about him. It's opening some eyes about his past, man. He might not be what we thought he was.
Nah, we need some more dots connected. I get that he left twice, but what was he actually doing up in space, yo?
Well, they said
whatever he was
on this thing called Saber, which was supposed to be like the next level shit that they was working on with the Age of Ultron shit, with making like the shield around the Earth shit. So that's what he was supposed to be doing up there. But when I seen him up there, that nigga was in some simulator with his goddamn sandals off, kicking his toes.
Yeah, I think I seen that too. What movie was that?
It was.
I want to say that was
the end of Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say that was Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that's when we saw Talos pretending to be Nick, right? And we saw the real Nick chilling somewhere. I think that is what happened.
Yeah, but so if he was really up there just chilling, like this dude is a scumbag by all accounts. Like,
let me ask you a question, Luna, and Fireworks as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we was having a little discussion before. I don't know if Roots was here at the point. We was having a little discussion before this, and it was just like a little statement Luna made, and I think I said something about the perspectives, because we have a protagonist and an antagonist in this show clearly, but when it comes to perspectives, I'm not so sure either side looks at themselves as the bad guy. They might actually look at it opposite ways. And when I say that, obviously Nick and Talos are looking at Gravik and them like, yeah, y'all trying to take over the Earth, y'all trying to get rid of humans, this and that, y'all some fuck niggas, this and that. Obviously that's their side. From Gravik's point of view, obviously they was promised a home by Nick Fury and everything, and Captain Marvel. They would been here for 30 years, never got a home. Nick Fury went away, didn't come back until they invaded. So I see where he's coming from as well. Now I got a question to ask.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
That little shit that Talos said in the car, where he was talking to Nick about, yeah, you wasn't shit until me and he said 19 of my people started working at your invisible spy network. So my question is, the people that we saw in episode 2, we were introduced to Gravik, they had Gaia, and a bunch of other Skrulls there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's the 20 people he's talking about, which includes Gravik.
Mm-hmm.
So Gravik was working for Nick Fury at a point as a spy. So from his perspective, could it be that, he did all this work for Nick Fury, and all they asked you for was a home, and you're just somewhere else. We don't know where the fuck you are. Talos didn't think you would come.
And so with that, also think about what Nick's wife was saying when he was talking about, I retired or whatever. I don't like golf. I'm thinking about taking up revenge. Right. And then he starts questioning her on trying to see where her loyalty is.
Right.
But she's like, nigga, you was dead for 5 years. Then you pop back up and then leave again.
You pop back up, and I thought we was gonna be able to like fix the shit that was fucked up while you was gone in the blip, but then you just disappeared again. Yeah, I get
which half of that was not his fault. The nigga didn't tell Thanos to snap his life away. But when it came time to put in some groundwork and try to fix your relationship,
he left.
You know, the shit on Earth and shit, this nigga was like, I need a vacation. There's too much going on. And nigga went up into space for another, I don't know how long, but a grip of time again.
Well, the only reason I was asking that is because like we knew about everything else about the home and everything and how they've been here and they weren't given what they were promised. But this is new information to me about the spy network, the invisible spy network, where they were out here doing all these duties for Nick Fury and he was getting the credit for it. And I'm obviously, if we were talking about the people that were here when they introduced us to Gravik, then he's one of those 20 people. And so I thought that was some other information that got through in there that maybe that contributes to what the fuck the motivation is for them.
Talos low-key might have some, push when he talks to Gravik specific to anybody else. Because I think, anybody else was like, yo, I need a meeting with Gravik. That's an instant ambush, instant, snub, whatever. I think
they put in work together. So I think
to talk to him.
Both of them have some type of a little bit of mutual respect as far as we're the same people. And we put in work together.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though, Roots. The problem, so I see what you're saying. But he did just pop his man's in the last he shot his man in the last episode, and that nigga was literally putting in work with him.
Well, that's on the same
side.
That's some like Harriet Tubman type shit. Like if anybody knows the type of shit that Harriet Tubman was into. Nah, for real, listen to me for a second. So whenever she would go to free slaves, anybody that was even thinking of trying to go back and that could possibly get them caught, she either threatened to kill them or she killed them. You're like, look, nigga, you are this. You got to think big picture. If you fuck up the big picture, we will take you the fuck out.
I'm thinking the reason he didn't kill Talos is similar to the reason he said he didn't kill Nick. Remember, like in the first episode, he told him like he could have killed him if he wanted to. I think that was after the first episode.
And he said he wanted to test him.
Right.
Nigga wanted to test his mic.
So he wanted.
I feel like he's playing with his food. Like Gravik is
for real.
And that might come back to bite him because obviously they want redemption. But he's definitely playing around. Like I agree. He could have definitely smoked both of these niggas already.
Even bro, I'm sure they know somebody knows who his wife is. His wife is a whole ass Skrull, bro. And she clearly receiving, we got to talk about that. She clearly receiving calls from somebody. And then she know who Gravik is. Like
they all know
clearly.
Gravik.
Of course they all know him.
Because
he was working with him at one point too.
Nick asked her. He said, have you been talking to Gravik since I left or something? Or did you talk
Spoilers.
to We said that already.
All of this is spoilers.
No, just wanted to say that again.
Yeah, but he did ask he asked her that, Roots. He said, you've been talking to Gravik while I was gone or some shit. He said something like that.
Yeah. And then the even more, like she got off the phone and shit, in which that's probably the first time I've seen an Android phone in this whole shit.
He checked her phone.
Android.
he
definitely
looked
that
at
nigga
it
stared at that shit for like 10 seconds. He definitely
stared at that phone too long. He definitely went in it. Like Nick Fury out here checking women's phones too. Like that's another thing. Like, this
he got a nerve to walk out 2 times and then check her phone for her new.
That's crazy, Luna.
He got a little bit more reason to check a bitch phone.
Yo, he definitely left her twice.
Nigga left her twice and he's still looking through the phone for the new nigga's text.
That's insecurity, Nick. This ain't about Gravik. This is insecurity. You thought she was cheating with another nigga.
That's a security move. I gotta make sure my shit's secure.
Nah, he thought she was fucking another nigga.
Oh fuck!
He thought she was fucking another Skrull.
Like
he was secure when he was
Gravik, man.
Nigga Gravik trying to talk to my bitch.
You know he was fucking.
Hey, listen. The type of nigga that Gravik is. Would y'all not think that he would fuck Nick Fury? Bitch?
That nigga do have he light skinned with a Drake fade. That nigga might pull somebody bitch.
Listen, he just shot Talos' daughter, bro. The next thing is for him to go out in battle and tell Nick Fury, that's why I fucked your bitch too, nigga.
On some Tupac shit.
That's why I fucked your bitch, you bald motherfucker.
really say that shit.
And that's what's gonna cause Nick to turn up.
That's some shit he'll say, bro. Yeah, Nick
Look, if
gonna
that
go
love
crazy.
was real and shit, you know what I'm
That nigga
saying?
Nick
She
gonna
probably would
lose
have
his
held it down,
fucking
whatever
mind.
else. You out here, you secretly on the phone with Gravik and shit while you with your mans. That's wild to me, bro.
What's crazy is I don't know what the last scene is about per se, or the scene with the phone call, but she did ask to like talk to Gravik, and dude was like, "Nah, you talking to me now," and so it seems like she could be into some shit, or I don't know really what that situation meant, because clearly dude was like, "Nah, you can't talk to Gravik, you talking to me."
Yeah, I don't think it's as simple as she's just working for Gravik. I feel like it would be a little bit more than that. But that could have like she could either be like a double spy, or she just, I don't know, maybe she's trying to talk to him
like a
on Nick's behalf type
maybe
shit.
Maybe it is like a spy,
one
because
of the two.
I mean, keep in mind, right? If she has some sort of past relationship with Nick Fury, and this nigga's like returning home, and like she's in contact, basically that's like a bug, like telling Gravik this nigga's whereabouts if he's
the
home.
same way Gaia was with her pops.
Exactly. Talos keeping that chick around at the same time. If Gravik says, tell me what the fuck they was talking about, she would have to comply. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
this fucking
would be the craziest twist.
007 spy agent shit is crazy, bro. Like it's so many possibilities with the element of deceit. Like
They shifting and shit.
Yeah,
that's what this entire series is about. Clearly, like
deceit,
they want to keep
betrayal,
us
secrets.
They want to keep Roots on his toes, because I don't get on my toes. They want to keep him on his toes by having like twists and turns, and you don't know who to trust. This and that.
I want to rate the joke. I want to rate the joke.
No, that's what you said earlier.
So look, man, the fucking the delivery was kind of ass, bro, and then you sounded emotional about it. So I gotta give it like I say it like a 4 out of 10, bro. That shit was kind of weak.
All right, man, time for me to rate his joke, because it's my shit. I did it.
This nigga revenge rating, bro. This nigga revenge rating.
I gotta say, Roots,
that don't even sound good.
I gotta
That's
say,
crazy.
Roots, it was unoriginal. Like your joke was not original at all. I've seen it done hundreds of times, because I do it myself. And so I give you a little bit of credit for remembering to do some shit like that, but like your delivery was ass. Nobody laughed at all when you did it. You see how I just said it and everybody laughed? So your delivery on it was ass.
I didn't laugh.
It's only 4 people in here, nigga. You did laugh. It's on footage. You did. You laughed at it.
Rewind it back, nigga.
Rewind it back. Okay.
Exactly, nigga. Press the rewind.
We need to stream y'all premium for that, ho.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna give a breakdown, man. I give it a 2. That's it. Let's continue.
Go back to the shits.
Let's
Well,
continue.
anyways, to advance the episode, it ends with as Slim stated, fucking Nick Fury's wife is on the phone.
What is her
And she
name?
goes,
We truly disrespect
Vera.
her.
Not Vera.
Priscilla also, I think, but Vera might be her fucking
her Skrull name. Her
Skrull name.
Skrullian name.
She's at what would you call that? A bank? A bank, I guess.
Yeah,
It looked like yeah. Like it looked like she went. I thought she was
in
at
the back
a
of the
train
bank.
station at one point.
She was at the train station. Like, she was at a lot of places. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
She was looking mad
That bitch
sus
was
about it
moving,
too.
bro.
Yeah, she
Bitch
was
was definitely at the
fast
train
and looking
station.
around and shit.
And then I'm sure
anyways.
she was being watched or followed.
Yeah,
or
there was
something.
mad
Oh
something
yeah,
like
most
her and
definitely,
shit.
Off
most
in, like,
definitely.
the distance, leaned up against the wall, just kind of watching like a weirdo.
And
Yes, she went to the fucking bank, and she was at the
pulls out a
safety
gun.
deposit box.
Old ass
Yeah, I'm like,
stick in the
oh shit,
deposit
what's in the
box.
safety deposit box? She had a gun in the
stick,
safety deposit
nigga.
box.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting the gun. I was expecting I
Yeah,
don't
me
know,
either.
some
You
other
keep like
crazy
money
shit.
and valuables and shit in
who-
there. Why you got
some
a gun
wild
in there?
shit.
Safety
Some
deposit
wild
box.
shit. Some wild shit.
Hey, buddy, say, hey, St. James Church, 1 hour. I don't know who the fuck that was.
She said, but I want to
Now
talk to
that I think
Gravik.
about
You're
it,
not
that
talking to
actually
Gravik.
makes
You're talking to
sense.
me.
That actually makes sense. Like if she has, I feel like she has this entire thing planned out already, like from the jump. And this kind of makes me believe that she is trying to do something on Nick's behalf. Because why else would you have a fucking Glock 45 sitting in the safety deposit?
Yeah,
box?
it's either like the gun for like she either gonna try to kill Nick or she gonna like use it to protect herself from Gravik. And I'm definitely leaning towards protect herself in this instance.
Gun not gonna save her. I'll keep it a
not.
whole buck. But
Hell
who the
nah,
hell was that
not
on the
from
phone
big
at the
bag
end?
Gravik.
Who the hell was that on the phone at the end?
Gravik gonna turn into Nick. What she gonna do?
Who was that on the phone?
Fuck
that she
him.
was
That's what he
talking
did the
to,
first time. That's how he got her.
That's how he pulled her.
That's how he got. He turned into
That
Nick
is
because we seen
so
him do it.
not fair.
We
bro.
know
Like,
he can do it. He did it in episode 1. He turned
that
into
is
Nick.
not fair, bro.
That's the second time she talking about he left. Look, you left second time after we fucked. That's the second time. I got it now. I put it all together.
Oh my god.
That's a wild story.
It's starting to
And
make sense, Luna.
Yeah, and that's how the episode ends. You know what I mean? So the phone call and then her just grabbing a 45. But
on the phone, she had revealed that she worked for Gravik. But who the fuck was she talking to?
But you know what's crazy? She
Probably
didn't
Riley
really.
Amanda or something.
So Luna, she didn't really reveal that she worked for Gravik. I think it's a possibility, or
She
it could be like,
revealed that she has a direct line to him.
well, I don't know how direct it is because Buddy said you ain't talking to him, but yeah, she
you're
has
talking to
a way
me.
to contact him. But
Well, he
kind
said
of like what
you're
Ruth
not
said,
dealing
it
with.
could
He
be
said you're
on-
dealing with me now, which implies that she dealt with him before.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the
Yeah,
this review, whatever. Somebody speculates that it is Rhodes, the
Yes,
Don Cheadle nigga.
I saw something like that too, where somebody said it sounds like Rhodey. I don't know. I wasn't really listening like that. Shit. If
think
it is,
That's kind of crazy.
if it is, then that just fucking furthers the point where she might be on Nick's side, but also he just fired Nick, which could have been for his. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It could have been for his own good. There's
Last
a lot
week,
going
y'all
on.
were telling me that you thought Rhodes fired him to preserve, to like save.
Yeah,
Nick.
like it could have been for his own good, but we don't know. I don't know what's going on yet.
Yo, who has a
Yeah, I hear
fucking
somebody.
dryer going?
Yeah. Okay.
Fireworks back there playing pool, man.
Are you shooting billiards during the
I
podcast?
was about to say, that nigga play billiards, bro.
Breakout Lucille. That nigga wilding.
Oh, God, yo.
But no, man. Overall, I thought the episode was well written. Once again, they're setting up future things that we're gonna see down the line and shit like that. You feel me? I can definitely say it's one of the best Marvel series so far. Only 3 episodes deep. Like they developed the main villain of the series like very well. That nigga is ruthless. That nigga, we know how he deals with niggas that try to betray him. You feel me?
He's not playing with niggas.
He's not playing with niggas.
Do y'all feel like Gravik carries the show?
I think that most of the tension is around him and the shit that he decides to do. I will say that our protagonists have already been like castrated, bro. None of them are really OP. They have like bold intentions. They got really strong desires and passions, but these niggas have not made moves the way Gravik has, yo. I am really watching to see what they get thrown next, not what they throw at him. It's
You know
like,
what's next though? I mean, shit, you gotta be saying that.
My
You know, I mean, yeah, I don't remember the original sentence I was supposed to say, but
I apologize. Like, I don't even know how them human glitches be happening.
Nah,
bro. It
don't
happens to me
apologize,
too.
bro. This nigga Slim be throwing he be motherfucking blaming other niggas for him forgetting
I don't
shit.
throw
and not
anything
thinking
right.
He ain't blame me. Come on, man.
That nigga's
Damn.
crazy.
Nah.
But yeah, I think that they're both like we know Nick Fury, and Nick Fury is Nick Fury, I guess. Gravik to me is the standout. I don't know if it's necessarily because he's new and like a fresh face, or if it's just because his performance is fucking amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, this is not a cheap show. I feel like it costs a lot of money to make the show. I think the long run times is because they need to pack a lot of content in these episodes, and they have a set contract and a set number of episodes they could bring us. I'm inclined to believe, especially with the bit that Roots added about the comic titles, that this is going to lead into a season 2, probably like the wars and shit like that. But what I will say is that if there is a ceiling for Talos and for Nick Fury, I don't really know where the ceiling is. But so far, the series has shown me that they're extremely far from it. Like they're depotentiated. They're at a low level of strength. They've had troubles with even like these domesticated Skrulls under Gravik's control, and so.
Hey, Nick did body 3 security niggas though.
No, he did.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
but we
right.
didn't see Nick pop
but not
niggas
Talos.
before, like.
Yeah, but we ain't see him do it at this stage of Nick Fury. Like this is the weak, broken down Nick.
Slim,
the one that you
sorry,
said
but
he can't walk type shit.
Their big moment was them
Correction, I said the
threatening to
nigga
kill
got bad
nigga's
knees.
son to stop an airstrike that didn't even happen, or it wasn't even like
Fucking
important.
words.
Like so you know, it really sucks for them, but they're pretty much just puppets playing to this motherfucking Gravik's rhythm right now, son. And
Hey Luno, something you mentioned, I think you mentioned it like last week about Nick Fury's one of his strengths is his intellect type shit.
Yeah.
And he kind of showed that in the scene where I was talking about where he did like shoot the 3 niggas. Like he did good there, and it shows that he still has, you know, some capabilities when it comes to like combat or whatever.
And like tactics and stuff. I definitely
Right.
agree with you, but you know something, one thing is becoming clear is that they're lacking in brute force. I don't know how they're gonna deal with like Avengers or semi-Avengers tier like enemies in the going up until they hit a power spike. And like last week we were talking a bit about, you know, what is gonna be that power spike? How are they gonna hit it? Because one thing I don't want for this series, because the pacing is great, I think everything is just shaping up really well. What I don't want them to do is just give me a miraculous huge boost in power in just one episode. Like I want to either give me a training arc or just give me like something that's justified.
You definitely not getting a training arc in 3 episodes.
I think Telos got it though. I think this is the motivation. This is the one right here. His daughter just got shot.
But Slim, I don't even want that though. Like it's one thing like to use her as a motivational point, because I think that's good for this as a series and plot wise, but at the same time, you're not gonna tell me I'm mad my daughter died. Now I'm stronger than a Super Skrull.
He did.
Power of love, bro.
Yeah, I agree. But he did. He had the moments of being ruthless whenever people brought up his daughter. He did it twice in this episode. And so
you know what I think gonna happen? I think he's gonna get a hold of this same little power boost that the evil Skrulls got.
That's the only feasible way.
I think they're gonna find this little shit, and it's gonna be a showdown between Talos and Gravik, and niggas gonna box, and that's gonna determine the end of the shit.
So
That's
I
a
don't
crazy scene if it does happen. That's gonna be fucking insane. For real.
Yeah. But what I was finna say about the intellect thing is that he kind of showed that too in the scene where he was up there with Ben, and he was walking up the stairs. He was like talking to Talos on the walkie-talkie, and he noticed that Buddy called him Nick, and I didn't notice. He said people don't call him Nick. I never noticed that. Did they call him Fury?
Yeah, I thought that nigga's name was Bob.
Yeah,
No,
that was the criminal.
Bob.
Nigga.
So the Bob nigga was like copying Talos' voice, and he told Nick Fury, he's like, "Yeah, I'm up here getting my ass whipped or some shit."
And Nick was
Nick, and
he was aware enough
like, nigga,
to
I
like
don't
realize.
nobody call me Nick.
Right, and he grabbed Buddy's son and fucking, you know,
These are very small
this
like
nigga,
victories, you know.
He be showing little spikes.
I think that's showing his awareness though.
Like,
I'm trying to get into the mind.
Do y'all
like
feel like
tactic,
this nigga Fury would have popped dude's son?
Yeah.
But like you said before, like his intellect is really it's probably carrying him more so than his tactician skills and shit.
Yeah,
I mean, did I say that right?
The tactician and the
I said that
mental
wrong.
is gonna be like kind of
tactical.
Yeah, I said that wrong as hell.
He's definitely not brute force and shit. He don't have no crazy powers.
Nah, because he old as fuck.
I don't think we're gonna see a Nick Fury fucking combat.
Maybe he could shoot some shit because he was just shooting some shit a little bit. Maybe he could do that.
Yeah, maybe you could point a gun at a little kid.
Come on, man. He did shoot the 3 security niggas, Luno.
Bro, how many times we have seen somebody shoot somebody?
That nigga said, yeah, he pointed a gun at a kid. Yeah, he did a lot.
So you mean to tell me? Hold on, you mean to tell me that you're not impressed by a nigga that shoot arrows, but you're impressed by Nick shooting 3 niggas?
Wait, who shoot arrows?
I'm impressed.
Hawkeye, the nigga you be shitting on.
No, so here's the thing. Hawkeye is ass in comparison to the rest of the Avengers.
Oh my god!
All right, so what is Nick in comparison to the Avengers?
Well, Nick isn't. He's not even in the conversation. He's just a regular guy.
And
we just found out he's a fucking fraud. Like half the shit he did didn't even hit shit. Like, get out of here, Nick. Nick might go down on a tier list. If we had a tier list with him on it, he'd probably go down right now.
Yeah, Nick is really just like down bad. And I'm not saying this
he's
like
a figurehead.
I think plot wise, it's important that we leave these niggas at a low power level so that when they do get to greatness, it can be in a climactic moment. That's fine. But you know what? Right now, Gravik is the series. He is the heart of the series. Everything in the world going on at the time is all because of that nigga. And
he's not playing with niggas, man.
Yo, he's literally a problem for everybody, yo. And if we talk about intellect and strategy, this is like a style clash, yo. Nick Fury is really getting outwitted by this nigga every episode.
That's the nigga they need to keep around. But
that's the thing about Marvel, bro. Like, I don't think people talk about it enough. Where
what the
Marvel,
fuck is that in the background?
Right, that's a dryer, bro. This nigga This nigga's
Doing
fireworks
laundry.
is drying clothes.
Nigga,
doing
mute your
laundry and
phone,
shit.
nigga.
He did. He just
Nah, he
did. As soon
muted
as you
it.
said
I just
that,
said no.
Conscious.
Not only that, but I had to sneeze too. So I ain't
nigga, you want
That nigga
to
scared to sneeze on the
instead of your
podcast.
dryer going back and forth and shit, nigga?
I didn't think y'all was gonna hear that shit.
And they
but-
said,
Nigga, we heard it the first time.
That nigga
Nigga
did not
said
have to
what?
sneeze on the
He said
podcast.
what, Slim?
He was trying to hold in that sneeze, bro.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Allergies having
man.
ass nigga.
All right, man.
we pretty much covered everything, man. Final thoughts about this shit, y'all. I think the pacing is going really well. I'm excited. This is 40 minutes, bro. 40 fucking minutes. Like 15 minutes less than the first episode. And it was great.
You would think wouldn't make that much of a difference, but I think it did.
Oh, that shit was great. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
think this might be the best episode so far.
I think so too. Definitely because it's
Yeah.
pushing the story along further too. So I can't wait to see where it goes. 3 more episodes after this.
Yeah, my final thought, just to mention one thing. I feel like the villains of Marvel are like top notch every time, bro. Like when you think about DC, like the only villain that we've seen really do some shit and like, you know, really captivate our attention is Joker. You know, Joker get talked about a lot whenever it comes to villains in DC, but with Marvel, bro, like their villains don't give a fuck about nothing. They have their objective and they're gonna complete their objective no matter the fuck what, bro. So I just wanted to speak on that real quick. As far as the episode, fire fucking episode, bro. Like I think this might be the shortest episode I've seen in any of the TV series that they've done, and they packed a lot. This nigga dryer, bro. This shit throwing me off.
All right, man. Come on, man. Fight
man. Oh, whoa.
Pause.
She
Yeah,
Get it together, man. Get it together.
Stop talking to me. Shit. Anyway, fire fucking episode, bro. This nigga Talos better do something. Nigga just lost his daughter, nigga.
Step up, nigga. You just lost your kid, nigga.
dryer
Do
on.
something,
Been a
nigga.
hot round. Turn Talos into towels.
What?
Ass. Don't ever.
Oh, that was ass. That's
This nigga lost.
that was
He lost
terrible.
it, man.
What,
I know he used
what-
to be a rapper. He lost it.
That's crazy.
Used to be a
Yo,
So what I gotta say about the episode, like I said earlier, was well written, great episode. Might be the best one yet so far. Actually, no, it is the best one yet. I'm glad they keep expanding the story. Like there's no fluff in between or anything like that. They just go straight to it. One word I wanted to use for Gravik, believability. You feel me? Like if that
Shit.
nigga says he gonna do
Definitely on
something,
10.
if this nigga says he gonna do something, he go do something. You feel me? Like that nigga really is well calculated.
He's not playing.
he's not
Playing with niggas.
Not playing with niggas at all,
Tell him
man.
this every week,
definitely
bro.
not.
He's
That
not.
nigga's a
He's
problem,
not.
yo. I
One
have an
time.
issue with him, yo.
And like
This
I
nigga
said,
a problem,
he's up
Bruno.
3-0. He's up 3-0
I really
right
feel like
now.
Gravik is the maniac. Yeah.
Whoa.
And
wow.
how many times they gonna fall?
Wow.
Listen,
Wow.
how many times they gonna fall for a decoy? Like this, the third episode they fell for a decoy.
Hey, decoys is their worst enemy.
Alright,
That's their
alright.
This
kryptonite,
nigga keep
bro.
throwing decoys out there.
Decoys
I'm
is their
sorry, yo.
kryptonite, bro.
I guess I'll get into my last, statements with that, point right there, because, you have to understand just how many steps ahead this motherfucker is, yo.
Thanks.
This nigga plotted a fake airstrike, and he connected the airstrike to the motherfucker who gave them the information on the butcher shop where that Sonya bitch be torturing niggas for information and shit. So he literally sent them over to track that nigga, knowing damn well that those dots would connect. All the while he was just sitting in the woods waiting for fucking Gaia to just finish up, working with those niggas and shit. Son. This dude is an out of this world fucking villain. The way they wrote him is like masterful already, son. And I like that it's not like just like drunk on power and drunk on narcissism and shit like your average fucking run of the mill villain. No, this nigga knows what he can and he can't do, but he knows what other niggas can and can't do too, yo. And
Hey,
this
Luno,
motherfucker
the actor
oh
too.
my
The
God.
actor is playing a great fucking job with this part.
Yo.
I'm definitely excited to see him in something else, bro.
It's
I
like
wanna-
Ben
I
Kingsley,
want to see
something
this
else.
nigga. I want to see
Ben Kingsley.
this nigga's range, bro. I want to see this nigga in some more shit for real, for real.
Ben
he's
Kingsley
interesting.
Adir. I don't know how to say it. The last name. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
ethnic.
Adir.
Adir, shout out to you,
Adir?
man.
Yeah.
Kingsley Ben. My bad. that shit might be the other way around because Ben Kingsley is the white dude with the bald head. Kingsley Ben-Adir. My bad if I said it wrong.
Motherfuckers, the Somalian prince and shit. But yeah.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Somalian?
That nigga gonna pull up. You better chill.
Yeah, for real, yo. We find out. My fucking people's
Shout
gonna
out
turn
Drake,
to Skrulls and shit, man. Salute to Drake. But yeah, that this nigga Gravik been putting in work. He definitely is like the main event every time I watch this show. Episode 3, I just see more and more how much of a mad genius this nigga is. Talos showed some fangs and shit. Actually got mad. Actually really got up in somebody's face and told him he'll body him. So you know what I'm saying.
He actually did body a nigga too.
He did body a nigga.
He shot Buddy when he said that shit. Your daughter don't even respect you. He shot the fuck out, dude.
Bro, these niggas don't waste no time when they getting ready to shoot somebody. It's just that. Well, no,
because what's crazy is that I know we still be finishing this shit, but right before that, Nick was finna shoot dude, and he was like, "No, man, don't shoot him." And he don't want these Skrulls to get killed. But when he said something about his daughter, he shot the fuck out of nigga immediately.
You know what? I think one thing we gotta give credit to is that when these niggas are actually ready for the squad, they're usually like good. Like I think Nick and like Talos, if they know what they're getting into, it's one thing. But I mean, look at the fucking Moscow bombing, yo. Them niggas were really focused only on those 2 niggas with the backpacks. They really thought they had the operation, they had the drop, they following them down into the crowd and all this other shit, yo.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, nah, yo. Neither of them had that shit. It's just like whenever this dude Gravik has the jump, yo, these niggas can't operate at their full potential, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is.
The element of surprise is be killing these niggas, bro.
Yes, sir. So I don't know, man. That there was a good episode. I hope next week delivers. This nigga might get his daughter back in the body bag. We can only wait and find out. Anybody else got some shit to say?
No, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Slim can't really speak right now, so I'm a sign it out, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. You know, we doing this every week, bro. We got another episode on Friday. Pull up. I forget what the name of the movie we doing. What's the name of the movie?
Secret Invasion.
No,
the movie.
On Friday. Whatever it is.
Girls Next Door, man.
Girl Next Door. Make sure y'all pull up for Girl Next Door on Friday. We doing a review on that. Man,
it's gonna be live.
Shout out to the niggas that's not here for the podcast, man. We'll see y'all again later on this week and again next week for another Secret Invasion recap, man. Peace out.
We out of here. Peace.